YouTube, Larry here, aka Buff Hippie, representing Natty Fit, here with the 10 to 15 minute shoulder workout on the Tower 200. Alright, so for the first exercise, we're going to be doing a seated shoulder press with the tower cables. Now for this exercise, the bodybuilding principle that we're going to use is the FST-7. That was popularized by Haney Ramboyd, represents the FST-7. It stands for Fascia Stretch Training, 7 sets. So for you guys that don't know about FST and Haney Ramboyd, he's actually currently training Phil Heath, and he trained Jay Cutler. But more importantly, Kiyoshi Moody, the 6-time natural Olympia, he was big on that principle. So anyways, for the FST-7, you're going to be doing 7 sets with 15-second rests in between. And you're going to want to shoot for 8 to 15 reps. If your reps drops below the 8, go ahead and decrease the weight. And if your reps go above the 15, if you're able to do 15 or go over that easily, go ahead and add more resistance. Now, FST-7 is great for facilitating the pump and breaking down the muscle. But more importantly, as you do that, your body actually responds by producing more testosterone and more HGH. So the FST-7 is super intense. As you see, once I start getting into like my 4th set, I'm only doing like partial reps. I probably should have dropped the weight, but I stuck with it. You know, I kept my reps still in between the 8 to 15, and I was just doing partial reps. You guys could, if you guys want, you can drop the weight, and if you want to do more quality movements, do a full range of motion, you can go ahead and do that as well. Again, for the first exercise, is a shoulder press. It's good for the overall development of the shoulder. So that's the reason why I'm starting off with it. Essentially, it's like the compound movement. So again, this video is actually designed for you to work along with me. So I'm going to be showing you all the sets with the rest periods. So if you guys have a Tower 200, go ahead and jump in. Second exercise here, we have the front shoulder raise. This is going to be focusing on the front delt, and for the bodybuilding principle, we're going to be using the rest pause technique. So I went ahead and did my first set. I'm resting 5 seconds there, going for my second set. After that second set, you're going to see me, I'm going to rest for 10 seconds. Giving minimal amount of rest essentially. After that, I'm going to go for my 3rd set. And after that 3rd set, I'm going to do 15 seconds and complete one last set. Essentially, you're going to go to failure on each time. For my first set, I think I shot for 15 reps. And I'm actually currently, during that filming, I was only using the lightweight, the lightest weight that's on the Tower 200. Again, for these lateral raises, front raises, you don't have to go heavy at all. Number 3, side lateral shoulder raises. We're going to be hitting the side delts. Bodybuilding principle, going back to the FST-7. So again, This exercise, this whole complete routine is only going to be 10 to 15 minutes long. So we're using FST and the rest pause technique, 5, 10, 15. So again, you always want to think about the muscle that you're working on. You always want to try to make that mind-muscle connection. In bodybuilding, this is the meditation portion. You try to clear your mind, try to focus on the muscle that you're working. So I'm probably not going to show the best form on these exercises. My shoulders are pretty tired, but as much as possible, you always want to try to control your negative. You know, that's going to increase your time under tension. Try to squeeze at a point of contraction. Again, this is a pretty intense exercise. Just trying to go through all the sets and reps. You're going to be burning. Exercise 4, reverse cable flies. We're going to be using the rest pause bodybuilding technique, 5, 10, 15 seconds. So we're just going to start working off the rear delts. So for me personally, the rear delts is kind of underdeveloped. So I'm actually going to be doing 2 exercises because this is going to be the first one. I'm going to have a second one lined up. If you feel like your shoulders are developed, you can start doing your traps, but for this video we're going to do 2 rear delt exercises. Again, I wasn't really big on bodybuilding back then prior to prepping for the show. I was more of a strength trainer or a power lifter. So anyways, you got to work on your weak spots, so I'm working on my rear delts here. Last exercise, rear shoulder raise. I'm pretty tired at this point, pretty fatigued again. This was pretty much non-stop, minimal rest. My rear delt is kind of lagging, like I said, so this is the second exercise. we're going to be doing the FST-7 just to finish it off. And that'll be it.